OnReligion. I'm your host, Steve Knight. Remember Mel Gibson?
I read to him the officer's account of the words he used that night. Expletive Jews. And to Officer Me, are you a Jew? And
the Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world. Are those anti-Semitic words?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds horrible. And I'm ashamed of that. That came out of my mouth. And I'm not that. That's not who I am.
That happened in 2006, just 2 years after Gibson produced this tribute to one famous Jew. So I've got to confess, I pretty much wrote Mel Gibson off after his anti-Semitic comments came out during the drunken rant. And I honestly can't believe that was 6 years ago now. I don't think I've even given Mel Gibson another thought in 6 years until this week.
Lifers, my family of friends here tonight and at home, and of course, Mel Gibson, you know you saved me too.
Wait a second. Did Jodie Foster just say that Mel Gibson saved her life?
Mel Gibson, you know you saved me too.
Yep, that's what she said. Y'all see this? Robert Downey Jr. introduced Jodie Foster as the Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award winner at the Golden Globes this week. And Foster gave one of the most beautiful and transcendent speeches I've ever heard come out of Hollywood. She said what she wanted to say, and she said it exactly how she wanted to say it. In case you missed it, Foster thanked her Hollywood family for basically raising her since she started acting at the age of 3, and then said she was leaving show business for good. But the most poignant moment came when she spoke directly to her elderly mother, who she acknowledged was most certainly not going to understand that she, her daughter, was a lesbian. Yeah, so Jodie Foster came out in this speech, sort of, in her own way. Here's what she said to her mom that brought me, and I think most of America, to tears.
This brings me to the greatest influence of my life, my amazing mother, Evelyn. Mom, I know you're inside those blue eyes somewhere, and that there are so many things that you won't understand tonight, but this is the only important one to take in. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I hope that if I say this 3 times, it will magically and perfectly enter into your soul, fill you with grace and the joy of knowing that you did good in this life. You're a great mom. Please take that with you when you're finally okay to go.
I was so blown away by this speech that I predicted on Twitter and Facebook that I thought this clip was, which appeared on YouTube within minutes, of course, of airing on television. I predicted that it would have like 1 million views within 24 hours. Well, I was wrong. That video has seen well over 1 million views in the days since, but it's been posted over and over by a number of different people. The Hollywood clip that surprisingly went viral this week was actually this next one from a different award show that happened over a year ago, but also featured Robert Downey Jr. and Mel Gibson. Here's the entire clip. It's only a couple minutes long. Take a look.
Actually, I asked Mel to present this award to me for a reason, because when I couldn't get sober, he told me not to give up hope, and he urged me to find my faith. Didn't have to be his or anyone else's as long as it was rooted in forgiveness. And I couldn't get hired, so he cast me in the lead of a movie that was actually developed for him, and he kept a roof over my head, and he kept food on the table. And most importantly, he said that if I accepted responsibility for my wrongdoings, and if I embraced that part of my soul that was ugly, hugging the cactus, he calls it, he said that if I hugged the cactus long enough, I'd become a man of some humility, and that my life would take on a new meaning. And I did, and it worked. All he asked in return was that someday I help the next guy in some small way. It's reasonable to assume that at the time he didn't imagine the next guy would be him. Or that someday was tonight. So anyway, on this special occasion, and in light of the recent holidays, including Columbus Day, I humbly ask that you join me, unless you are completely without sin, in which case you picked the wrong industry, in forgiving my friend his trespasses, offering him the same clean slate you have me, and allowing him to continue his great and ongoing contribution to our collective art without shame. He's hugged the cactus long enough.
So, what do you think? Do you think any differently now about Mel Gibson after hearing these two testimonials? One from Jodie Foster, one from Robert Downey Jr.? I honestly think I do. I think my attitude was pretty judgmental towards old Mel, and I'm glad to be challenged to extend a little greater grace. If not to Mel, who obviously I don't know and have no connection to, but to those who are in my own circle and sphere who might fail and who might fall from grace. As someone posted on Facebook, I hope we'll all judge each other, not by the worst that we do, but by the best of our character. And I think that's pretty good advice as we move further into 2013. All right, what religion and spirituality videos are you checking out this week? Tweet me your thoughts and links at Sogo Media, #OnReligion, or post them in the comments. Also be sure to subscribe to get updated every time we post a new episode here on Sogo Media. Thanks for watching On Religion. We're watching religion and spirituality on the web.
Change. You gotta love it.